They can use it to save their dream bathrooms if that's what they're doing, or they're remodeling, and it will get you in front of them. And when they start poking around, you know, you're going to see everything. And not only that, there's other things in there that they can look at and use. Any questions? Okay. So again, make sure you log in at first and tell your clients to create a login. This is not your KW logins. It is, you just create any email you want to use, and that's the email you're going to be using. You're using it as a consumer. Then go brand it to yourself. And now you can actually share it from the more screen, right? On the bottom. And now there's a share the KW app here. And you can go ahead and share it there as well. So you can share it directly. And you can also add co-buyers to your deals. And now you can message back and forth with your co-buyers. Pretty cool. All right. So
Awesome.
that's it for me. I'm logging off. If you guys have questions, hop on our Zoom calls 11 and 3.
Beautiful, Sonia. Thank you so much for providing value. Again, guys, take advantage, you know, all the tools that are necessary to conduct your business are within your fingertips, guys. So Sonia is there to provide. It is on the calendar. Just jump on her Zoom calls. With that being said, I also wanted to do an illustration. So I'm a true believer to the analytics of our real estate. So I'm going to share something just before we get with our key speaker on how to effectively utilize the MLS. Most of you guys know InfoSparks is an analytic status avenue to kind of see the performance of the market center that you're in. So let me tag you guys real quick and get this going. Bear with me here for a minute. We're gonna share and all right, guys. Do you guys see the InfoSparks? I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Hold on.
We can see it.
Yes, we can see it.
Oh, okay, perfect, perfect, good. Okay, so InfoSparks is a platform that is part of your membership with the multiple listing service. And I'm a true believer, especially right now, guys, with what's going on with the COVID-19 situation. It's important to know the stats of your local market center. You know, so I pulled up 4 properties, or excuse me, 4 cities, I should say, which is the city of Torrance, city of Redondo Beach, up in PV, and then the city of Carson as an example, and how you can have these conversations with your clients. Now, with the avenue of Zoom, you can have these presentations with your clients when you're doing a listing presentation and bring this. You can share, you can switch it from bar to line, okay? For me, it's just more simplistic if we do the bar. You can do trends, 3-year trends. You can do monthly, 3 months rollbacks, okay? But for the sake of today's meeting, I just want to kind of break it down and kind of show you what the trends are. The beauty is you got all the platform down here, you know, starting with the listing. So if we look at the city of Torrance, Redondo Beach, Palos Verdes, and Carson, what it does is it gives you the ability to navigate the different trends. So if you look for the month of March, back in 2018, well, let me go back to just 1 year. I don't want to go two years. Let's do 2 years.
Where is the bar? Sorry, I have done this. I've done the graph, but I don't know where the bar is on this.
Okay, I'll explain it, but let me go through the illustration real quick, guys.
Okay.
So going again, I picked up, you get to pick up to four different settings, okay? You can do cities, you can do brokerages, you can do zip codes, you can do schools, you can do MLS, geographical areas. I just wanted to do it simplistic and just pick the cities that I want to focus, the area of focus, which are these four cities. And I want to see what the trend is. More so right now is educating yourself, knowing the analytics of your approach and having these eloquent conversations with your clients, because now you're going to come across as the area expert in your market center. If you're focused in Torrance, Redondo, or anywhere in South Bay, it'll give you the trend and it'll give you a graph, color-coded graphs to do as a presentation. But what I like about this is real-time information, meaning that this information is being pulled from the MLS. So if there's anything that is current, it's going to come up. Now, with that also being said, everything that is on here is 1 month back. So it doesn't have the month of April because we're still in the month of April. So what it has is all the information from the previous month. So everything that we have is from March. And what I liked also is you can do, as I mentioned, monthly, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, or you can even do year to date. And it'll give you the perspective of what's going on the marketplace. So what I did was, if you go to property types, you can do individually or all types. You can go single family, attached, detached, and it'll give you a parameter of different customized information, which again, really can define your ability to really get the information that you're looking for. So going back to new listings, back in 2019, I just want to show you the trend of what you have from last year to this year. Back in 2019 in March, there was 87 new listings that came on the market. In Redondo Beach, there was 45. In PV, there was 33. And in the city of Carson, there was 42 new listings that came on the market. If you go now to March of 2020, you can see that the trend has reduced, which now down here, it's 19.5 decrease from last year. And it also tells you from 87 in this past month in March, it was 7D. So these are, again, examples of how you can use this information. Redondo Beach was 45 new listings that came on the market. Palos Verdes Estate, there was 16. City of Carson, there was 33. Now, the beauty is you can actually navigate down and then see what's active. That was active during the time. What was pending, okay? And this is, again, the trend that it gives you back in March of 2019. 79 for Torrance for the month of March, 34 for Redondo Beach. Palos Verdes was 18 and 32 for the city of Carson that were pending transactions during that time. Look at the difference from last year to last month in 2020, which is a reduction of 33.8% for the city of Carson's of pending transaction. What does that tell you? What does that mean? It means fewer transactions are in escrow. And here's again why we're so involved in what we call the shift, right? Because of the COVID situation, it kind of gives you a parameter of what's going on, or you can also go and do year to date and see. And what it does is it gathers the data from January, February, March, and it confines it into your graphs here, and it gives you a real detailed, real live graphs of what's going on. But for the sake, again, of our meeting, I just wanted to focus on the month trend. And again, it gives you the parameters of what pending sales, closed sales from 2019 to 2020. Look at the trend. 64 were closed transactions for the month of March in the city of Torrance, whereas in 2020, the month of March, there was 61, which is a reduction of 4.7%. City of Redondo Beach, 21 in 2019, and in March of 2020, there was a 18, which is a reduction of 14.3. Again, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm showing you here is real life information, avenues to approach your conversations, and articulating your avenue and how you can be the local expert in your market when having conversations with your buyers and sellers. Now, you can even be as detailed and break it down as much as you want. You can do 3 years if you like, so it'll give you a backlog of 2018, 2019, and then obviously this year. You can share this information. You can send it as PDF file. You can do this on social media. The good thing Sonia was saying, the presence of marketing yourself and branding yourself through social media. Here's a prime example. You can pull these trends for any area and utilize this for the benefit of educating, but more so to inform the community of what you are seeing in the marketplace. You can also send it embeddment as a blog or website. So it gives you the capability to do a lot of stuff. And now, again, I'm just pinpointing, the city of Palos Verdes, but we can close this and then go where it says add and then add a different city. So if I want to say Lawndale, for example, you just type that in, let the system generate. And it'll provide you with the city of Lawndale. You can do county, zip code, school, office, firms, agents, MLS, city, and associations. So here's an example again. I pulled up, I took out PV, I put in Lawndale. Now it gives me the information of what I'm looking for the city of Lawndale. I can go 1 year, 1 month, and it gives you the graph of what's going on, guys. So again, you can condense it more. You can say specifically to condos, townhomes, manufactured homes, or SFRs. Okay. You can ask the system if it's attached or detached. Sellers individual, buyers individuals. You can also, be very concise in your approach and say, well, I'm just looking for properties that are 4 bedrooms. So that way you kind of see the trend if you're doing market analysis for comp purposes. Again, it's a value information. It's part of your membership, and it's called InfoSparks. You can go into your MLS, go to the help section, drop-down menu, and then you can actually pull the InfoSparks. Again, these are free resources for your benefit and use, guys. Close sales, close value, okay, days on market, medium or average, month supplies, price per square feet, okay, so a lot of information. So it's going to take some time. You got to play with the system to get a line to how it's used effectively, but it's there for your use, guys. Okay. Any questions? All right, cool. Let me just log out of this real quick. And what did we do here? Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Back at it again. Sorry about that. All right, so again, good information to have, guys. It's there for your benefit and use. Take advantage of it. I mean, there's so much that we throw at you, but that's just one avenue of how I approach when you're doing a comparable market analysis and seeing the trends of what's going on. And if you have any questions, reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to help you out, okay? All right, guys. So finally, I am always looking to provide value to our sales meeting, and more so right now with the COVID situation. I reached out, and what's so ironic, the individual that I'm going to introduce to you right now, such a humble guy, and he was nice enough to be on the call with us, and that's Councilman Johan Hilton from the city of Carson. And most of us do business in the city of Carson. So I wanted to get a perspective approach on what the city of Carson is doing. So Mr. Hilton, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. I'm a part of the KW family in Torrance.
Yes.
So I'm an in-house resource. So if anybody has any questions, any challenges in Carson, please don't hesitate to reach out to me so we can get it done or get it rectified.
Beautiful. Well, let's start. Let's start with a little bit of your bio. Give us a little bit of history and how you became a councilman for the city of Carson.
So in 2015, I decided to run for city council. And in that same year, I was elected, the youngest ever to be elected to the city of Carson at 34 years old. And when I was elected, I decided, I said, man, I need something to make money because it's a full-time job, even though they pay part-time wages. So I decided to go into real estate, and my first office was KW here in the South Bay.
Beautiful. That's awesome. Yeah. So he's an elective official for the city of Carson, but he's one of ours too. So he's also a realtor here at the KW office. So thank you for being part of our office. You know, we value you, and you know, we value you as a leader for the city of Carson. So talk to us. What is the city doing for the community, and more so for real estate agents?
Well, the city is open for business, so people should know that. Most cities are open for business on a smaller scale. You can still access the planning department in our city. If you need to go to building and safety, you can access those departments virtually. So everything is moving to a virtual touch. Like I said, the city is open for business. As you know, if you've ever sold homes in the city of Carson, there was a time when you had to get a Carson report. That report is no longer required or necessary to sell a home. So you're free to sell your home. There's no additional reports, no additional findings that you have to do in Carson now. So that's a wonderful thing. It used to slow people down because people would want to sell their home, but they didn't want to do the money in repairs, or they didn't want to do the report. So now you don't have to do that report. You can just outright sell it. We are also, we know the way to opening up the economy is to do COVID testing. We're offering free COVID testing in Carson. And if you want to be COVID tested in Carson, I can make that happen for you. There's no fee, no waiting line or anything like that. We're opening up to all of our residents because we're interested in getting the economy back open.
That's awesome. So you're saying it's open to anyone, obviously to the residents of Carson, but more so anyone can go and get tested for the COVID.
Correct.
That's phenomenal, guys. All right, take advantage of it, guys. If you feel that it's a necessary measure to get tested, you know, the city of Carson, which is our neighboring city, is providing it free of charge. Now, what's the process to do something like that?
Well, if you follow me on social media, or I can put it in our group, the KW group, if you follow me or do that, you can get tested even if you're not asymptomatic. The testing takes the testing takes priority for residents, but we have carved out some slots for non-residents, people who visit our city and stuff as well. So the process is just simply to go on the website, enter your information, get an appointment. Your test results will be available in 24 to 48 hours.
Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, maybe you can post it on our social media, so that way if anyone is interested in getting a test, they can just follow you through that. So awesome. Now I've been doing a little bit of research with the agents, asking questions, because I'm going to be honest with you, the city of Carson has been notorious. You know, back when I was the broker of the company, you know, we would always get hit with so much stuff and regulations with the city of Carson. So I'm going to put you on the spot. And what are the rules and regulations right now with, you know, the open house directionals? Because in the past, you know, they were very strict, and before you know it, agent would conclude, why is there not people coming to our open house? And they would drive and all their signs would be gone.
Yeah. They still have a sign issue. They still have a sign issue in Carson. I've tried to fight that in the background, but because I'm a realtor, I have to recuse myself when it comes to voting on stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But what happens is you can put signs in people's yards. You just have to ask. Directional signs. So if I do a open house in Carson, I'll put one on the property. I'll put one on the corner of the property. Just go ask the resident, can I put it on their grass? And if they allow it, you can do that. But we have one council person on our council who's anti signs and says, well, you know, the way things are moving now, you can just get online and see a house. But I'm saying, hey, people have open houses at the last minute. Sometimes people just spring up an open house. Hey, we want to do an open house this weekend, and they don't have the time. So you know, we're working on that. I'm working
Well,
on that.
Joanne, I'm rooting for you. I hope something passes. And I understand, you know, we should all follow the rules and regulations because there's some cities that are a lot linear when it comes to signage. You know, as long as you don't leave them overnight, you know, you respectfully respect the community, the neighborhood, you know, conduct your open house, pick up your signs, and if you're doing it the following day, just go put them back on again. You know, the problem that this created was that there was agents obviously leaving their signs overnight, confusion, frustrations. You know, as a homeowner on the community, you know, we don't want to see all these signs, you know. And you're right, a lot of hesitation is like, why do you need open house signs when they can go on their app, find that they're actually having open house? The problem is that some of the properties don't hit the MLS. You know, they're off market transactions. And that's because typically the seller doesn't want to put it on the multiple listing service. So there's no way of looking at that particular property on an app to say, hey, they're having an open house between 12 and 4 o'clock. So that's the reason these directionals are a benefit to us. And from a standpoint as a councilman, you know, you understand, but also on a realtor, I understand, you know, you're like right in the middle of all this stuff, but just wanted to get a perspective of what the city's rules and regulations are going. What about business license? Is an agent need to have a specific business license or just the company itself?
The company has to have a business license in the community. I believe the agent is exempt if the company has the
Right.
business license.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
in certain cities, the agent needs one as well. I don't think in Carson.
Yeah, I don't think so. But for the audience, you know, we just want to make sure everyone's on board and understand, because there is cities that do want you to individually have your own business license, even though the company has their license as well. Questions for you here. Go on. License, has that changed? Each agent had to have a license last check. Please confirm. Okay, so I believe that question has been agents must be licensed in the city of Carson. So,
I'll check.
Yeah, let's check and bring back that information, because that's a good component to know if we're doing any type of business in the city of Carson. If you have a listing or if you're conducting an open house, you know, so that way we're not in violation and doing, you know, everything respectfully for the city of Carson. What about?
Maybe we should ask Gary Nick. He sells all the houses in Carson.
Right. Gary Nix definitely does a lot of business in the city of Carson. You know, if anyone, he would know a lot of information in regards. So another question that I have for you, Joanne, what about development in the city of Carson? Any new development, any sites that they're making a major development that we should be aware? Maybe not now, but in the near future, that will provide avenues for agents to, you know, make money and do deals with the city.
Oh, absolutely. We have a $4 billion development coming with our new outlet mall. Our new outlet mall, which is off the Avalon exit in Del Amo. It's going to be 157 acres that we're developing. It's going to be a high-end outlet mall. It's going to be some retail, and it's going to be some residential. So it's a number of houses. We have a number of residential properties that are coming. We have new condos that are coming on Victoria and Central. They're being built from the ground up. We have a new development called The Union on Avalon and Carson Street, which is, I believe, about 900 apartments. They will be coming, and we have a proposed project of about 1,000 apartment, condo, townhomes that are going to be for sale at the old Don Cott Ford dealer that will be on Avalon and Carson Street. So we have a number of developments going on here in the city of Carson. It's a lot of dirt turning, and I was afraid because of this COVID virus. We're doing a deal right now, but people are still, developers are still coming. Developers are still investing money in the community. So that's a good sign that this thing is going to turn around.
That's awesome. Is the city, for the residents, homeowners of the city, are they doing any waivers of anything, anything of that nature that the city is stepping in? And again, we're working on probably getting someone from the city of Torrance as well to come and talk to our group as well. But anything that the city is doing for the homeowners in that residence or incentives, maybe down payment assistance as an example, anything of that nature that you're aware of?
Not at this time. We are offering bridge loans for our businesses, but we're not doing anything in particular for the residents as far as like down payment assistance, not at this time.
Okay. Awesome, guys. All right. Team, do you have any specific questions directed to our councilmen? If you do, this is a prime example. If not, let's wait.
Somebody asked, does JR still work there? I think you're talking about JR, the inspector. She's retired now. So whoever asked that question, she's retired now.
Okay. Awesome, guys. All right. Well, go on. Thank you so much for being on the call. Thank you for being the leader. Thank you for being a realtor. You're a phenomenal guy, very humble. It's a pleasure that you are part and aligned with KW's models and systems. And, I'll definitely be picking your brain, avenues that we can work with the city as well as a community. So again, thank you for being on the call, all the success, and maybe you'll become the mayor one day.
Yeah, that's in the plans. November, watch out.
There we go. Awesome. Again, thanks again, and just be healthy and safe, okay? Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Well, that pretty much wraps it up, guys. I really appreciate all of you for being on the call. Be expecting our next sales meeting. I'll have another guest speaker come and talk to you guys, provide you value, and help you grow your business. Don't let the COVID situation interfere with your business. Utilize every safe factors, but business as usual. We are considered essential business. They lifted the County of Los Angeles to allow us to do inspections and obviously showings on occupied properties as well. So there was a lot of confusion back and forth that only vacant properties were allowed, but now it's open for everyone. So, we send email alerts to you consistently to give you the last updates as we get them. So if you're not getting those emails, make sure you talk to one of our staff members, Natalie Holland, so they can check into your system and see why you're not getting these alerts. Because we're throwing them at you guys, every day, if not every other day. And again, just being diligent in your business practice, guys. Business is being done. If it's not being done by us, believe me, some real estate agent and some brokerages are, doing business. With that, also, I want to, thank you and appreciate you because I know you have choices. And I'm so glad that you have aligned yourself to be part of KW Torrance office. We definitely appreciate you guys, okay? And then lastly, I want to thank all of our affiliates. I want to give them an opportunity just not to take five hours, but just say hello and what company you're with. So I'll open it up to our affiliates. We'll start with Wendy. Wendy, thank you for being on the call.
Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? Can you hear me? Okay,
yes.
Great. I wasn't too sure. I just want to let you know that, Snap NHD is still working. And if you guys are working, I'll work with you. If you have questions, suggestions, reach out to me. But But other than that, I hope everyone stays safe, stay home, and take care of yourself. See you on the next Zoom call.
All right, thanks, Wendy. All right, next. Who's next? There you go, Joanne. Get on the call, say hi.
Hey guys, how are you? Hey, I just wanted to let you guys know, I shared this with Sonia and a couple people. We have access to some free Tom Ferry training. If you want it, it's a short training. Email me. Don't send me a message on this group chat. Send me an email. And it's a short training. He started it at the end of March, and I watched it, or a lot of it. I've done a lot of it. The only thing is once you register for the free training, you only have 72 hours to use it. So just shoot me an email. If you don't have it, you could get it from Sonia or Nat, and that's it. I can't wait till I could come and hug you guys in person.
Awesome.
Can I ask a quick question? When things open up on the 15th, what is going to be the access? Are we allowed to come in? Are we not allowed to come in? Have you guys developed a plan yet?
Yeah, that's a very good question. As of yet, no, we don't have an initial plan. Obviously, we're going to be looking at the state, city, and county level to determine, but we'll definitely address that as that time comes. You know, because there's questions now that they're saying they're thinking of maybe releasing the stay-at-home order sooner, but then I get questions that I hear that they're pushing the time now to June. So I don't know, but we'll definitely keep you guys on the loop and let you guys know as we get that information. Okay, awesome, Joanne. Thank you again. Appreciate you, and thank you for being part of our affiliates. So with that being said, guys, I think that's a wrap. Thank you again. Be safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you on our next Zoom call. Take care, guys. Bye.